Hello, this is the Joseph Evaldi podcast. I'm your host, Joseph Evaldi, and this is
The Joseph Evaldi Podcast.
what does it say in my thing? We stand tall despite defeat.
Despite expired frozen pizzas, we stand tall.
Yes, as I was ready to open up a package, I noticed that my pizza was expired, so I'm not very much happy about that. So we're doing an R&D session instead, and I'm drinking water.
Well, as it turns out, I've had experience with expired pizza. And let me tell you, I just saved him. He was going to crash into the mountain a moment ago.
And Joe Dexter wishes he was in the studio right now.
Yeah, well, this is the Joseph Evaldi Podcast, so when it's his podcast, I just happen to be here today, you know?
He makes appearances sometimes.
Yeah, but it's like I always wanted to be on the Joseph Evaldi Podcast ever since I heard it. I mean, the Poconos, that episode is the thing that won me over.
Yeah,
That's the thing where I realized, wow, this podcasting stuff, I used to think it was not worth much, but boy, was I wrong.
I think as a matter of fact, we worked together before. I remember it was last year around the time of the network really kicking into gear, and I got you on the phone sometimes, and now I'm in the open up studio.
The point is, oh, excuse me, a little sinus condition today. The point is, I always wanted to see like what your process was for the Joseph Evaldi Podcast. Like, what is it that you got, that you do? Because I work with Dr. Joe Dexter, Doctor of Journalism.
Yeah,
and
about it.
Yes, he and I, we get really good work done. I mean, your network, you got to see the benefit of it. So I just want to know what your process was as far as this podcast that I've never been on before.
Well, this day, I figure we turn this episode into an R&D episode, which means we're going to go over everything on Spreaker.
Oh, yeah.
Everything on everything on ACX, which is Audible. Everything that is my KDP books. And also one last topic. I almost forgot YouTube.
You've been posted on YouTube again?
Yeah, YouTube numbers. Very big.
Oh, I had no idea. Now, how about Patreon or whatever?
Patreon numbers really aren't there for Patreon.
So you're just getting that going. That's what you mean.
Yeah, kind of. After I type in my password, and
you have to type "shave and a haircut" as loud as you can, and then turn the N64 on and off. Up, down, down, left, right.
Downtown, all around.
Yeah, giant armadillo or whatever that is.
Yes, that's a very good song. That's my favorite song in the network.
Really?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, look, after a fashion, it's not so bad, but I'd actually like to hear someone produce it, like, real nice, Maybe get Bjork to sing it. She could probably do it pretty good.
Yeah.
You kids probably don't even know who that is anymore. Too busy with your, I don't even know who's popular now. Problem with me is I'm an old fogey at this point,
Yeah,
I don't much like the music of today.
I'm getting there.
Yeah, I think we all are.
Okay, what's that? Okay.
So, who's this guy Joe Macho I keep hearing about? Somebody was telling me about him.
He was on the podcast, he's trying to get his own show, but I don't know.
Well, maybe you should have him in here.
They're still running into the vehicle of discontent.
Yeah, but maybe we could work with that. I don't know. I'm pretty filled with discontent. It might be a way for me to pull my weight around here, and I got a lot of weight. There's a lot of around here, you know what I mean?
We're in the Oka studio, but we are loading the YouTube studio.
Well, you just mean you're uploading it up to YouTube, don't you?
Well, it's just loading. I would say, let me just get to the R&D session.
There's Charlie Parker, by the way, folks, just for the name drop. When we do R&D, we tend to listen to some old school jazz.
Yeah.
I read all the beatniks, and can't really thumb through the beatniks unless you got Charlie Parker playing, not in my opinion anyway.
Yeah.
Jack loved him, Ginsey loved him.
He's a classic.
He certainly is.
Okay, we got numbers.
Hmm.
While we're at all the numbers, should I get the WordPress numbers too?
Well, that'd be up to you. It really depends on how much you want to get involved with that.
Well, you know, it's good.
Don't get me wrong, I wouldn't mind having somewhat of a disclosure, but
Well, just a brief overview of like what's cooking in WordPress.
yeah, I mean, you should definitely tell us what you have to offer and tell us what you're gonna offer.
Because don't forget the thing about the brand is every month in the mid-month I post a blog on WordPress. And in
Excuse me, Mr. Evaldi, what is WordPress exactly?
WordPress is a blogging site.
Okay.
Basically, I could post whatever is cooking in my network, and we go on from there.
All right then.
And we could go over some numbers and stats.
Well, the real way to do this is to go over the stats from last time and maybe even the time before that, and then study them by these stats and do a comparison to see which programs are doing what.
Yes, I agree.
I mean, that's also just how it's done. It's not like I planted a seed and it grew into the tree of that. You know, that's how it is. You know what I mean?
We have numbers.
Thatness.
Alright.
Thatness shrugged. That's a good one.
Alright. Now, how about this? Let me start out with the numbers on Spreaker.
Yeah.
The numbers on Spreaker. Let me go to monetization.
Well, kids, if you ever wanted to know the ins and outs of running a podcast network, strap in.
The very good day for monetization was March 5th, 2019. And don't forget, we're just getting started in our first year, so we had 8-cent revenue spike.
Well, that means things are doing well, and that means our content is good.
Considering that in the beginning of the year, we weren't getting much revenue share, but the fact that it's picking up is a good thing.
Well, like I said, it's the content clearly. I mean, your numbers are unprecedented.
In last month we had a 6-cent spike for monetization, but
the 6 cents, does that mean it's like somebody throws a dagger, you catch it with your hand?
that means they pay. That means they're gonna pay us when that all builds up.
Oh. I don't really know what you mean, but I'll ask you about that later.
Yes.
It doesn't seem like something we should go into too much detail on.
No, not at all. Let's get to some of the successes of some shows and see what shows were very good.
Yeah.
in download-wise, Journal to the Dreamscapes, Episode 5, which featured A Dream of Joseph Evaldi and A Dream of Mary Shelley, The Birth of Frankenstein. That was 8 downloads.
Yeah, well, I remember that show being alright. Pretty cool.
That was one of the successes of that show. Like the best. That was like supposed to be the best show, but I want to also discuss another show that was very good.
Yeah, alright, sure.
Um,
Might as well.
I had 2 5 downloads, and that was The Dream of Neil Bohr and the very first initial episode, which was the inaugural episode of Journal of Dreamscapes, Work, Basement Dream, and Odin.
How do you think the fans like that show? I mean, how are your numbers? You mentioned it second. Does that mean this is second rated, or are you just arbitrarily throwing a dart and picking this out of a hat here?
I'm starting with this because I'm just going down the list.
Gotcha.
But I mean, after I saw the numbers and the spike, we decided to renew it for 5 more episodes in another season.
Oh, there you go.
But yeah, I mean, I'll tell you, that means that show is picking up for success.
Yep. Yeah, you got some great content here in the Joseph Evaldi Network.
Yeah, I got you. And, I'll tell you another show that has been a success too is Slow-Mo Joe's Timeless Poetry Show.
Well, you are quite a poet. I know my brother Ricky thinks you are. So
another day where we had 5 plays, 8 downloads, which is another success.
Yes.
It's starting to build.
Yeah.
And that was the episode that was very good with that was Slow-Mo Joe's reads poetry from Rimbaud and Jim Morrison. And poetry of Joseph Evaldi, episode 2, season 2.
I think Twilight Cricket read pretty good for that one, didn't he?
Twilight Cricket read very good with that one too. I mean, he that episode did well as well too. I mean, and there's much more with Twilight Cricket in that show.
Yeah, I like his poetry. He reads my brother's poetry real pretty.
Anytime you want to come on Twilight Cricket, he's welcome to read poetry.
Yeah, I'll definitely have to call and wake him up when he gets up around 6 o'clock, like he does. He's a night owl, that guy.
We just did some recording for shows with that. Some more episodes of that show should be released.
Yeah, for real.
And we gotta be at least 6 more that can be released.
Excellent.
We record. We work in this network. We record. We don't sit around. We take care of business.
A lot of times when you record, you do sit around. You know what he means, folks.
Just mentioning the idea of this R&D is to mention what is hot, but also we're gonna mention what is not.
I was about to say, when you mention what is hot, you're also simultaneously mentioning what is not.
Yes.
Uncle Charles Darwin's gonna come around with his giant hammer sooner or later. So
yes, we want to because we want to like raise things like